Ms. Tin Pei Ling.
Deputy Speaker, may I first speak? Okay. Deputy Speaker, may I first speak in Mandarin and then in English? 副议长，我支持今天的动议。3年前，新加坡举国上下欢庆建国50年，也同时再次的肯定了建国一代的长辈们为新加坡付出的汗马功劳。无疑的是，先辈与长辈们的努力与牺牲，成就了今天的我们。因此，敬老惜老是理所应当。可是，敬老惜老并不只是一种学问，而是需要我们以行动去实现的。今天，我们有许多的基础建设，建于一个不同的年代，适于当时年轻的人民。因此，在新加坡现今迅速老龄化的大环境下，我们必须及时做出调整，以确保长辈们能够在晚年继续地保持身心活跃，就地养老，优雅生活。政府在照顾乐龄这方面用心用力，同僚们也献上许多良策。在此，我也要添上几项建议。第一，设立能够概括多方面的亲老包容性设计标准，将亲老设计广泛融入各种硬体及软体设施的建设。任何的发明的成功取决于设计。第二，善加利用科技与人工智能，以便补充人力的不足，帮助更多的年长国人，包括独居和行动不便的长辈们，居家养老，独立生活。第三，加强社区服务工作的组织，优化义工人手与资源的分配，广招国人献身于社区服务，弥补现今人手不足的当儿，也体现新加坡人民的人情味。与此同时，我们也应该打破老了不中用等等消极的想法。每一个年龄层都有自己的不足，都需要大家的包容与调整。或许年纪大了，体力比以前弱一些，但是智慧就比以前多一些。只要做出适当的调整，晚年也能过得很精彩。希望政府能够带头制造亲老的工作环境，制定合适成熟员工的人事政策，让热爱工作、想要继续贡献的乐龄人士继续在工作岗位上发光发热。最重要的是，我们应该以正面、积极的态度，鼓励乐龄继续保持身心活跃与健康，让生活更有意义。Deputy Speaker, I rise in support of the motion. Our seniors dedicated the prime years of their lives to build the Singapore we are so proud of today. They deserve our respect, and we should certainly honor them. Honoring them requires not just words but actions too. Much of what we have today, including the hardware and social infrastructure, was designed decades ago when our population was still young. It is time to refresh these to welcome a different population landscape with a different set of requirements. With Singapore undergoing rapid aging, it is important that we set the right policies, put in the right resources, and organize ourselves better in the right way sooner than later. We need to ensure adequate support for our elderly today and tomorrow, so that we are all empowered to age gracefully and actively in the comfort of our own homes and communities. This government has increased social spending and will continue to spend more. Public healthcare expenditure more than doubled over the past 5 to 6 years, reaching $10 billion in FY 2016. Our society believes in each generation financing its own needs, not wanting to burden our children's generation and the next. Parents will feel this most keenly. Me too. However, as our population continues to age, healthcare expenditure will still have to increase to fund enhanced or new elderly programs for the larger base. Also, infrastructural investments, retrofitting, and hardware maintenance will still be needed to create an elderly-friendly environment. Given our expectations on social spending, it is imperative that we maximize the impact of every dollar spent. We must enable our elderly today and tomorrow to continue leading an independent and graceful life. There are 3 recommendations that I would like to put forth in hope of enabling our seniors' daily lives better. First is to apply elderly-friendly designs into our hardware and hardware solutions. We must ensure that all our designs are designs for inclusion. We should not take the easy way out or for the sake of efficiency and design only for that 80%, which would then lead to exclusion, which is definitely an outcome that we wish not to see. Currently, there are only 2 silver industry guidelines in Singapore: guidelines for age-friendly homes and guidance for digital devices and online services to be senior-friendly. These are a good start, but we need to mainstream elderly-friendly designs much more and make them pervasive. We need to apply elderly-friendly designs to the development of common spaces, facilities, machine and software interfaces, workflows, public processes, and more. The key is to make them pervasive. We could create specializations for students to undertake in tertiary institutions so that we build up a supply of talent with the expertise. We could also set up a government department that does research, set standards, and audit public and private projects to ensure elderly friendliness. Second, proliferate digital elder care to supplement shortage of manpower. There may soon be a point in time when there are more who need care than those who can care. By leveraging technology and artificial intelligence more effectively, we can drastically change how care is provided and help even more Singaporeans age in place. Take Japan as an example. Japan is even further ahead of us in terms of aging. They have an increasing number of elderly with decreasing number of working adults. They suffer severe labor shortage, especially in elder care nursing. Yet, they reinvented how elderly can be cared for by leveraging technology and artificial intelligence. From Toyota's Robina and Humanoid, Honda's Asimo, Tokai's Reba, to Ice Paro, Japan has a full range of robots that can help the elderly with household chores, get out of bed, conduct conversations complete with emotions, and even help paraplegics walk again. Imagine if these solutions are available to us in Singapore. Many elderly whom we used to think can only be cared for in nursing homes can now lead a fairly independent life in the comfort of their own HDB flat. Alas, while these are all possible, it is still not known if these solutions can be exported and at what price. It would be most ideal if Singapore can leverage our own existing competencies in R&D to develop solutions for ourselves. I understand that the MOH, the Ministry of Health, had introduced a funding scheme to encourage elderly-focused innovations. Therefore, I'd like to ask for an update on the utilization of funds to support R&D efforts and startups looking into digital elder care solutions. Could the government share some of the success cases so far? Could we accelerate developments locally and implement them sooner than later? Third, institutionalizing a network of volunteers. Relying on salaried staff is not enough. And despite my strong support for digital elder care, I do also believe that the human touch is still very much needed and cannot be replaced. We need more Singaporeans to step in and step up to help. We can leave the professional part of caring of elderly to the salaried staff and the AI robots. But there are many opportunities for volunteers to step in. For example, accompany the elderly to medical appointments, give them a ride to hospitals, clean their homes, deliver groceries, or just offer a listening ear. There are kind souls already helping in these areas, but the need is far higher than the supply of volunteers. Therefore, we need to find ways to involve more Singaporeans. Assume a population of about 30,000 in a constituency, with a third being elderly, a third being adults, and another third being minors. If the adults can just spare 2 hours every week, we will have more than 20,000 hours of help available in any week. Scale it across Singapore, we'll have millions of volunteer hours available, and so much can be achieved. At present, I'm aware that the government has piloted the community networks for seniors, and it has been very helpful in providing a suite of comprehensive services for our seniors. I hope this scheme can be rolled out nationally so that all seniors can benefit from it. But I also believe that we need to be more ambitious than this. We should aspire to having all Singaporeans do community service and on a long-term sustainable basis. If each person could just spare 1 to 2 hours per week engaging in a specific volunteer vocation with clear roles and responsibilities spelt out, we can achieve a lot more. Today, we have a myriad of formal and informal groups of volunteer organizations doing community service, serving from their hearts. We have seen passionate Singaporeans, young and old, dedicating days of their week serving the less fortunate. Still, we also see Singaporeans who would like to serve but are unsure of what they can do, what needs are still unfulfilled, and whether the time commitment will be too great for them. Hence, we need to find ways to make serving a priority and organize ourselves better so that busy Singaporeans can just plug and play when serving the community. Could there be a national coordinating body for volunteers in Singapore that consolidate and monitor the list of needs in the communities and resources that are already available, identify the roles and corresponding manpower needed, coordinate and help everyone clearly see how they can fit in to help? At present, SG Cares is perhaps the best place to play this role, but it will need a clear structure, concrete programs, and strong support to do so. I would like to think that inside each of us, we want to help others who need help, and we want to contribute to a caring society. I hope Singaporeans will see community service a priority in life and respond to the call to get involved in a bigger way for a more sustainable future. Finally, I firmly believe that our seniors are much more capable than being mere recipients of care. As we enhance our health care, we can expect longer and more healthy years. As our economy evolves, there will be less reliance on physical strength at the workplace, but more use of intellect and wisdom. As each population becomes better educated and more savvy with the digital space, there will be less fear and deeper entrenchment of technology in our lives. Some hold the belief that, in Chinese, 老了不中用, which means that you become useless as you age. While I understand that there are some constraints that comes with age, I do not agree with this belief. It is self-defeating, and we risk a self-fulfilling prophecy. We need to keep active and keep trying. We have seen elderly in their 90s who remain active and sharp, even learning a new language. It is possible. Of course, we hope we do not have to work into our old age because we have to, but because we love to. It brings meaning to life. It helps us to look forward to every new day. Is this not wonderful? Hence, we should do 3 things to help our seniors to keep active and continue to do well in their old age. Firstly, is to create a favorable environment and employment opportunities for seniors. Stamp out ageism. The government can take the lead in testing how work environment, workflows, job role designs, and even compensation and benefits such as health benefits can be optimized for senior workers. Second, incentivize elderly to volunteer more. The Pioneer Generation Ambassador is a wonderful program. Can we expand it to recruit more and cover more functions? Third, introduce health programs tailored to meet the needs of elderly. Decentralize the implementation of these programs, cascade them down to the precinct or even to the individual HDB blocks. Make it easy and inexcusable for everyone to keep fit and stay social. Ultimately, we need to transform our culture and mindsets. Every Singaporean needs to believe that we each have a role to play beyond our family and employment obligations. We need to recognize that it is not enough to rely on salaried staff because they are financially obliged to carry out the care. A caring and inclusive society cannot be one that the citizens only talk about it and expect someone else to do it. We have a duty to each other. I believe that seniors are a gift to our society. Their wisdom, resilience, and this legacy that they have built for Singapore are a gift to us and our young. We must therefore strengthen our support to enable successful aging and create an environment where our seniors can continue to thrive. I support the motion.